Okay.
Episode number 11.
Welcome to the Teaching Bites podcast, our unprofessional development resource to take your teaching to the next level. Here are your hosts, Fred and Sharon Jaravada.
Welcome to our show where we share bite-sized tips and ideas so you can make them your own. Whether you're a new teacher or a veteran teacher that needs an extra spark, we're here to help you take your teaching to the next level. She's Sharon.
And she's Fred.
And welcome, everyone.
Hello.
This is episode 11, and this is a two-parter. This is the first part of two, where we share and talk about our favorite productivity tools. These are tools that help us in our profession. They're not the typical suites like the Google app for education suites or the iLife suite or the Microsoft Office suite, like Microsoft Word, PowerPoint, Excel. We're not talking about those type of tools. But we're going to talk about our own, what we do that helps us in our teaching and our profession, and also actually it really helps us in our profession, in our personal lives also.
I'm going to talk about Google Apps for Education.
Well, okay, she is going to talk about Google Apps for Education. All right, okay, that's cool. But we're going to talk about these tools. All right.
Yeah, and then the next one we're going to talk about what we use what students use.
What students
tools
use.
they use.
Tools and apps and so on. That will be the next episode.
All right, so fun fact for 11. There's 3 films. Ben-Hur, Titanic, and The Lord of the Rings, Return of the King. They have each won 11 Academy Awards, including Best Picture.
Pretty
so
cool.
I didn't know that. Oh, wow.
Each of those 3. Oh, Titanic is up there? Really? Wow. Titanic is the Leonardo DiCaprio.
And Kate Winslet.
Yeah. And they're doing pretty well still. Right. Okay. So, shall we?
Yeah, let's go. What are your favorite
All right. So,
tools?
my tool, okay, what I do. So I discovered this brand new tool. I've been using it for at least the past couple months or so, 5 or 6 weeks now, and I'm beginning to like it a lot. It's called Trello, Trello. It's a management collaboration tool where myself and my team, like in Sharon's case, we can share notes. I can use it personally as a note system, which I do a lot, but I can include Sharon and anyone else, part of a team, whatever we're working on, and to collaborate on what to do, what to-do list, and so on. This came from the Kabana system from Japan, and a lot of the car companies there, like Toyota. Back in the 80s, they used this kind of system. Trello is just the app that they took their the Toyota Kabana in Japan system and made it their own. It's a very simple, very looking app. Each they're boards. Every board, you can make as many boards as you want, and in those boards you have lists, and those lists each in turn have cards, and in those cards you will have an item, like say I have a to-do list for this week. That's in one list. I have another list next to it called Doing Now, and I have another list next to it called Done. So for to do this week, I need to send an email to a parent, or I need to send an email to someone. I click it, drag it, and drop it into the Doing Now section list so that it reminds me what I'm doing. And behind those, cards, you can add more detail. You can attach a photo. You can put links.
Wow. Yeah.
You can put a lot of more information on there, and you can assign people to those cards, those particular cards in that list, which is pretty cool. Like if I put an email, we want to send an email this week, I can attach your name on it, and I can see the progress towards it, and then you can manually click and drag it to the done list.
So I can see how this could be helpful for people with many tasks, because you know how we use reminders on our Apple devices,
on our iPhone,
and so it's kind of nice because we put our grocery list or our to-do stuff, but I can see how this can help people organize because it has the interim steps, like it has the doing now.
Yeah, you create that yourself, so it encourages you to do that. You can make the steps in between instead of do now and done.
But it's encouraging.
You can do step 1, step 2, step 3, and so on. I know at school they use that. They use Trello. I think several schools actually use that for student assignments and student work that needs to be done. Now, the students cannot see each other's cards or their list. So it's only the teacher and so on.
So you can customize their learning.
Right.
That way.
Exactly. I think that's a pretty cool tool. There are other tools called like Asana and so on, but for my visual learning mode, I like Trello better. You could change colors and all that.
So
cool.
Can you get it?
Rounded corners.
Oh, okay. Yeah. And shadows. Can you do that?
No, it's all flat design.
Oh, okay. Cool. Can you get that on your phone?
Yeah.
And your
it's a free
iPad
app. It's free. You could download that on your iPhone. I'm sure it does also on your Android and Windows Phone, BlackBerry. If you guys are still using BlackBerry, sorry. You can go ahead and download it there for free. It's also on the website. I say set it up on the website, Trello.com, Trello. Put it, log in there, download the app, and you'll sync up. And it's pretty powerful. It's simple yet powerful. All right, so my second favorite tool right now I've been using the past couple of months also. I rediscovered it. It's Siri. It's iPhone's Siri. I have an iPhone, and I'm beginning to like it more. You know, when Siri came out, I was thinking, it's a gimmick type of thing. Yeah. But because you could ask questions and find answers and so on. You know,
like,
you love
what's the meaning of life?
Do you love me? Will you marry me? Yeah, all that crazy stuff. But now when I'm driving, you're not supposed to be texting and driving at the same time. So what's cool, you can hold down the home button on the iPhone, and then Siri will pop up and ask you, what do you want to do? And I'll say, Siri, send an email to Sharon saying, I will pick up the kids later on this afternoon before 5. And Siri will take that and will type it out for me automatically, and it'll ask me, got it, do you want to send? And I say, send, and it will send it to you.
Yeah, it's been so handy because you showed me that like a couple weeks ago. Mm-hmm. And it's true, you're not supposed to be texting and driving. So sometimes I might not be able to let you know right away. So I could just hold it down, I'm driving, and then it will do that. So that was, I didn't even know that until you showed me.
Yeah, I think a lot of people don't know that. But I think that's pretty cool. You could also send yourself email. So I can say, Siri, send me an email. And I choose my email, and I will put the subject and the notes in the email. And I could do that through Siri. Pretty cool.
Yeah.
Another tool that I like using, and this is found in any kind of browser. I searched the internet a lot. Bookmarking is very important. I use Google Chrome a lot. I use a lot of the Google services. So I sync my Google with my phone and my laptop, and I just sync up the bookmarking thing there, and I use that to grab some ideas, star them, and it's put into the appropriate folder. It's pretty cool.
Actually, I do that with my class because, we have 4 desktops in my classroom, and I don't always put all the links bookmarks on my blog. So I'll just sign into my Gmail account, and all the bookmarks are pop up right there.
They just populate. It's pretty cool. and it's free.
Yeah.
You know, Trello is free. Siri is free. You have to buy an iPhone for that, and bookmarking, but it's free also. You could do that on Firefox. You could do that on Chrome, Safari, Internet Explorer, and so on. All the other Opera browsers. All right, so this one is the most expensive tool that I'm going to recommend that I use a lot. It's $49. It's called 1Password. It's a password manager system where it does what it says. I use 1Password to access all the logins and passwords that I have accumulated over the years. I think the last count, I have about 185 logins from. I have 3 Google Gmail accounts. I have a couple Yahoo accounts over the years. All these forums I joined and so on. I don't remember the username or the password anymore. I use that 1Password to manage all that. I have to plug it in. I have to type it in, the email and the username and the password. So I have to do that. But once you set it up, it will remember, and then it will update when you change the password, which is amazing. It can also generate long passwords. So what I do, I have one password that I can log into the 1Password management system. And it's a 20-character password. And the best practices in doing that is make like an acronym with those words and use punctuation and hyphens, exclamation points,
Right.
and
You do that. So
I do it a lot.
Characters.
Mm-hmm. But I also read another article came out the other day on a side note that that's not actually a good way to do passwords. That's what I read.
So what are you supposed to do?
Well, the person said use 4 unrelated words, put them together, and put a couple of numbers, dispersed in that 4-word password, unrelated. I tried that. I tried the Microsoft check the strength of the password. Microsoft has that. It's pretty cool. And it worked. It's pretty strong. It's pretty cool. As long as they're unrelated.
So, yeah.
So like basketball, iron, like basketball's word, Iron Man, I don't know, street.
Fish.
All those 4 words together, mash them up or put them together.
Put some uppercase.
That's it.
And stuff.
But you have to remember this.
Yeah.
So 1Password is really cool. It's $49 on the laptop, desktop. But if you have an iPhone, it's free. An iPad, it's free, which is pretty cool. So that helps me a lot because I'm trying to do some online banking on my phone. I don't remember the password because I need to create a long password for my banking login. There's no way to remember that. And 1Password really helps me generating that and remembering it for me. So I don't have to remember that crazy password. I just log in with my own 1Password, my own password I created.
Right. So you know how last couple podcasts ago we talked about essentialism and getting rid of too much clutter. Mm-hmm. So does this also help you look at the other forums you're joined and see what? I don't need this anymore. Let me go back and unsubscribe. Or
right. I haven't done it that way. Get rid of old logins, but I have personally. Unsubscribe at least from at least 50 to 60 to 70 emails have been coming in, so that's different. But I kept the passwords. There's no limit in 1Password to keep, so I just keep them there just in case.
Okay, you never know.
I just leave up to I have the Raiders and I have the 49er forums. I don't go there anymore, but I have it just in case.
Yeah, in case Raiders win or something.
Whoa.
All right.
Getting personal there. Mm-hmm. All right. My last number 5, my last tool that I recommend, I want to use all the time, is having a projector or a TV, something that can mirror my laptop or connect my laptop up there, or my iPhone or my iPad. A projector, put it up there, a TV, connect it there by HDTV or one of those connectors. Or if you have an Apple TV, another tool I like, I can mirror it up there by AirPlay. So I know Google Chrome, if you have a Chrome tablet or an Android tablet, you can use Chromecast. If you have an Amazon tablet and Amazon Fire, you have the Amazon Fire TV. I think I got that right. So anything that will mirror your laptop, your iPad, whatever your device you have, to the screen. That's one of my favorites. I think that's very important in the classroom.
Yeah, also you introduced me to Reflector on my MacBook.
Yeah.
So I'm able to mirror my iPad wirelessly to my Mac Air, which goes right to my projector.
Yeah,
so I don't need a connector.
So Reflector came out because there was a great workaround because AirPlay wasn't activated yet by Apple. They wouldn't do that yet. Especially we had the iPad 1 or iPad 2, I believe, that couldn't do that. So you needed to go through Reflector app. You have to buy that separately.
I don't think it's that much at all.
It's like $20, $29 or so, but it's good. One thing that has an advantage over the Apple TV AirPlay thing is where you can put up multiple iPads up there. You can put I've done up to 8 iPads up there on the screen, and I can see everyone working on their iPads.
That's cool.
That's cool.
Yeah.
But you got to make sure you have a dynamic, very robust Wi-Fi.
That's what I was going to say.
So it
yeah.
slows things down.
Because I actually had to buy a connector because sometimes my school's Wi-Fi isn't reliable. So then I would just get frustrated. So I have a backup. So just an advice. You know, I use the Reflector, but as a backup, it's not working. You know what? You got to have that there.
And also, it's not on the list, my top 5, but it's all speakers. Speakers are very important.
Yeah,
also.
right.
You got to have a great sound system. Mm-hmm. Also, I've become, since I'm podcasting, I've become somewhat of an audio snob.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, have to sound good, right?
Yeah, I hope we sound good, guys. We have great mics and a mixer and so on. Right?
All right, so I have 3 tools that I love using.
Okay.
One of them, everyone knows, Pinterest. I've heard about it, and I'm like, oh, okay, it seems cool. But I finally got into it, for personal reasons too. But for teaching, you have really great ideas. It's all visual. I love the way you organize with boards, and you could categorize and tag and all that. And actually, we have our own Pinterest page too, Teaching Bites. But I love just being able to search and finding something. This week is Read Across America week because Dr. Seuss's birthday was Monday, and I remember this idea I got from Pinterest, and I used it this week as a musical chairs reading. Anyway, I was like, oh, I remember that, so that's helped me a lot, and there's so much more. And of course, if you're friends with people and teacher friends, there's a lot.
Mm-hmm. I understand how Pinterest, or Pinteresting, whatever you call it. I know it's huge. It is huge, but I don't get it. I mean, honestly, I just don't like going to that site.
Yeah, you could get easily lost in it because you keep clicking on things that are related pins.
Well, for you, I just don't want to click on things for myself. I just want to get out of it. I don't want to get into Pinterest. I don't know. It doesn't work for me visually.
Isn't there a Mantrist?
There is a Mantrist thing. I don't know. Maybe it's not designed for people like me, men. I don't know. I just want to get out of it. I don't like it.
Yeah.
It's just too all over the place.
True. I see what you mean. I like it.
I guess it's
the sucked in.
I don't see the like a steady stream of in a chronological order type of thing.
There's not really like a logic to it.
So it's just a board that's popular and it just moves over around.
Yeah.
And all different sizes. It gets crazy for me. So not me.
Yeah.
It's not me.
The second tool, I have my own class blog. So this is what I use primarily to communicate what's going on in my class with parents. Pictures from field trips or anything happening at school. I have a weekly blog that fills them in on what's going on for the week in different curricular areas, etc. And then it ends up being a tool for students too. They actually go back to look and see because I have links of websites I think are important,
some resources,
right? Or I have documents that I have, right? Videos of things, documents that I use and that they could access. So it's become a tool for everyone and even student teachers. I've had student teachers this past 2 semesters and I go, here, you can fill yourself in on what happened in the past semester with what we're doing, and,
I think it's a great tool to document your teaching.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
that's like the new resume or the new portfolio, the digital portfolio thing going on. Blogs are great. They're free. You can go to Blogger if you have a Gmail account. Blogger is free. WordPress.com. That's free also. If you want to get more fancy and get your own domain, you can go. I highly suggest going to WordPress. That's the way to go if you want to go get your own domain name. Like I have fredjervada.com, and we have our teachingbytes.com.
Yeah, mine is
WordPress.
mrsjervada.com, my teacher one.
Yeah, check that out. It's pretty
Yeah.
cool. It's like a living document. I think it's great.
And I tried using Blogger. I tried using Google Sites. I just found
Google
that this
Sites.
was so much easier and like simple.
Google Sites is
do.
great. I mean, it's so powerful, but it's not. It's hard to navigate through it.
Yeah.
I tried that with my students also. It's a good tool, but I definitely wish they can upgrade that, fix it.
It's free.
It's free also.
If you have a Gmail account.
Right. I know some people use Tumblr. It's great too. Other blogging, Wix and all that stuff. So
Right.
get a blog. Make sure you update your blog. It's a living document. It's going to be your teaching, your portfolio.
Right. People find you.
People find you, but also you can share it with, if you need to apply for another teaching position, you go and share that link. And try to get one with your domain name that's professional domain name.
Yeah.
Yeah, your name is pretty good.
And it doesn't cost that much, too.
No.
Not bad.
I think GoDaddy is like minimum like $8 a year or so on.
All right, my last tool. I could talk forever about this. I love it. Our school just got Google Classroom and all the Drive and all that, and so we have kids have their own Gmail accounts this year. I've talked about this many times in other podcasts, but I love having it as a teaching tool or organization. Like I talk about how in other podcasts where I've used forums to ask parents about what's your preference conference time or surveying them about their child. I mean, it's just a great way to collect data.
Collect data.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And also, of course, I could collaborate with students. We could write a document together. And my students have also shared their documents with each other to work on them at home, like writing their own stories. They've created their own presentations on slides and all that. So, it's so cool because you can comment on their work.
Right.
You're not even physically in the same room, but you comment on it. Yeah. And they could go back and change it on their own time.
They can go back and change it on time, and you can see who actually the different revisions throughout the revision history. You can see what they did over time. You can go backwards and see what they did the last thing they logged in, and so on. Yeah,
and if they want to go back to a revision number, they go, oh, I really wanted that part. They could go back to that instead of saying undo all the time.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's very powerful.
So those are my tools.
Yep. So we have Trello. I like Trello a lot. I like the Siri. I like Siri a lot. Bookmarking. That's very important.
Powerful.
Passwords, because we always forget passwords. 1Password it's called. And a projector or some kind of connecting to the TV. It's very important.
Right. And getting teaching ideas on Pinterest. Using class blog to, connect home and school, and Google Drive.
Google Drive, all right. Mm-hmm. Very
Speak
cool.
for itself. So, try these tools out and, see if you like any of them. We want to find tools that are simple, that don't do so much. And if it does too much, maybe you find yourself not updating it or using it at all. So, please let us know what works for you.
Exactly what it works for you guys. It's important. All right, guys. So this is part 1. Next week you'll hear part 2 and the tools we use with the students and the students what they use. Join us again next week. So we want to thank you for joining us. Please, guys, subscribe, rate, and leave a review for us on iTunes. It definitely helps us continue what we're doing, and it helps us get be found by other educators just like you.
Visit our site, teachingbytes.com, and subscribe, and visit our Facebook page.
Our Facebook
as well.
page, yep.
All right, thank you.
All right, guys, thank you. Bye.
Thank you for listening to the Teaching Bytes podcast at www.teachingbytes.com.